100% off the strength, man.
Off the strength.
I did it all on the strength, all on the strength. Fuck fucking, I'ma do this off the strength.
Run it back, can't relax, that's just facts off the strength.
It's off the strength. Can't get that off the strength.
Because everybody can work out. Burpees are burpees, man. But how do you make this like bigger than that? You know what I'm saying? I've always thought about it like that. That's why I don't think the Inner U Bootcamp is any better than anybody else, especially not because of fitness. You know what I'm saying? I think what makes us special is all the things that we do that has nothing to do with fitness.
Yeah.
Right? So that's our claim to fame in that regard.
What's going on, fam? This is KR Jones of the Off the Strength podcast, and I am here to tell you to like, listen, subscribe, and if you're feeling freaky, visit offthestrength.com. That's where you can go and get more information on us. That's where we can link, we can build, we can connect, and let's make this thing work.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome back to yet another episode of Off the Strength, where we're giving you an inside look into all things wellness culture. I'm a trainer called Tony, and of course with me, I got a gentleman of extraordinary league.
KR Jones is in the building.
That's right, folks. We are back. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all type, you are now in store for a treat because we've got a familiar face returning with us today, Brother Jones.
Yay!
I'm talking about a man making his return who's a Nike trainer, community builder, and the founder of the House of Zeus. We got Irv Zeus Hyppolite inside the movement over here today, bro. Irv, I make sure I'm trying to land on that last name. Forgive me. Land with my heart, bro. I have all of the Latin pronunciations, so I'm trying to make that work. But see,
in French and being Haitian, it's Hyppolite.
Hyppolite. Okay,
right.
There we go.
When I'm at the DMV, I just be like, they be like, Hyppolite, man, just give me my ticket.
All right,
You're right.
Hyppolite.
So it
I'm trying. Spin the wheel back one more time.
Yeah.
My brother Irv is here to drop the details of his next big move, okay? We got the Inner U house party. It's going to be a wellness and fitness festival that's going down in the Brooklyn Navy Yard. I'm talking bikers pulling up. I'm talking 5Ks pulling up. I'm talking live workouts. You got all types of wellness activations. This is a space that you need to be in on September 13th, all right? It's not just about fitness. It's about culture. It's the conception of collaboration and making sure that you find your family out there. So let's jump into the conversation today with our good brother Irv. Make some noise one more time. My guy.
What up, man? What up?
Anytime I get to see somebody that's a part of the community that I see on a regular basis on this microphone, it makes me feel happy, bro. Good seeing you.
And you guys still have the most important health and fitness podcast.
Man.
I said that years ago.
Called it.
I called it.
He's ahead of the game.
I said that years ago, man. I said, hey. I said, y'all, what y'all got is important.
Man, love and appreciation for that, brother. Love and appreciation for that.
Not too many of those on the black scope. You know what I'm saying? So
I know.
Y'all got it.
We need it, man. We need it.
I said this before COVID, this shit.
Man, like called it.
Right.
Bang.
I said it.
And then everybody got sick and was like, look, I told you.
I told you. Niggas tried to tell y'all.
They wasn't out there taking care of themselves, man. But I'm glad you're giving people the opportunity to take care of themselves like you are today, man. So first and foremost, I just got to check in with you, brother. How you feeling today?
Good. I feel great, man. A lot of stress, but like good stress. You know, stress is literally just the word, right? It can be good, right? So a lot of good stress right now.
Okay.
A lot of things, positive things, a lot of things happening, a lot of wheels, a lot of moving parts. But I feel good overall. How y'all feeling?
Man, I was just talking about very much the same thing, bro. I find it today, Irv, that the more you continue to push yourself to different echelons, the people that you see that keep coming around, they kind of going through the same thing a little bit at the same time. So there's a lot of people out here in our ilk in particular on the health and wellness side trying to get after the next thing. It's fourth quarter now, baby. You know what I mean? Or we right fast approaching the fourth quarter. We looking around. It's like, all right, it's time to lock in. You know what we doing? You know, we getting out of the huddle. We need to make sure that the end zone is the goal. That's what we're trying to get to. So
fitness folks love when trainers over. Love when summer's over.
Oh man, it's the winter's turn, baby.
I love when summer's over, man. Like
take the summers off.
Parties away, man. Let's slow things down a little bit.
Dog, I've been used to half of my client list being gone forever.
Hey, man.
If you know, you know.
Yo, I was living fly in January.
Listen, man.
I was doing it up in February.
January to June. This is great. You know what I mean?
Yo, you work with people that have the option to not be in New York. They don't be in New York, bro.
That's the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? If you're fortunate enough to work with them, they're gonna spin you for about 3 months. You might have a rough 3-4 months potentially. You know what I'm saying?
Coldest thing I ever heard, somebody started referring to that. It wasn't even a vacation. Yo, I summer over here. That meant that they was taking a good 3 months off.
I'm out of here. And
Yo,
that
you're
check
not going
is
to
out
see
of
me
here
for
too.
a season.
That check is out of here too.
Cold.
Oh man.
It's like my living situation.
Right.
It's contracted now.
Right. And then the folks that's like, man, do I re-up or do I go to Milan? Like I can't necessarily do both next month. You know what I'm saying? Now you're like, I mean, but you know, we've been in this game long enough, so.
And you had to keep reinventing, keep finding your way through.
You double down.
Yeah.
You double down on all the things that you should have been doing or that you were doing. You know what I'm saying? Promote
How's that showing up for you today?
In double downing or in the summer?
Yeah, just in like the hunger coming out of the summer and how you're doubling down and like maybe even how that led you to doing some of the stuff you're doing.
My biggest double down was to move Inner U Bootcamp from Monday to Monday and Wednesday right in the summertime.
That's quite literally doubling down.
That's literally double down.
Talk to me about it.
You know, traditionally they always boot camps and fitness classes take a tank during the summer. You know what I'm saying? They tank during the summer, especially August, but they tank all summer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, we've been able to avoid a lot of the tank. It's kind of trippy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So we were going one time a week. Even when y'all met me, I was one time a week for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? I think I was a little hesitant to push the button on 2, not thinking that I could like pull off 2 or whatever. And then when I finally felt like I could pull off 2, it was when that Monday class was getting so full. Like if y'all seen it, it was like 32 people in there in that Silas gym, right? There was days I had 35 people in there. There was no room. You know that was like, oh, now it's time to open up a new day. Like the demand is there. You know what I'm saying? And then we opened up a second day right in the summer. And it's shown out. You know what I'm saying? It's shown out. So it was a risk. You know what I'm saying? It was a risk, but it's paying off right now.
Right, and you also changed locations too, right?
Yeah, man. We moved over to ITS.
That's the independent training spot. Is that still Rick Ritchie over there?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. He was also on Off the Strength many moons ago.
Years ago.
We got him in the catalogs, bro.
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah. No, we're over there. Our time at Solace had come to a close, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was time to get on out of there.
Talk to me about existing as a business owner in this space with a brand that people know and trust.
Yeah.
And the process of you picking like where you want to take your community next. Like how's that whole thought process play out for you?
Kind of like going to ITS in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had to leave Sauce. We kind of got kicked out, but
really,
but
I did not know that.
Hey, man, we kind of got kicked out. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I asked your publicist before we started.
Right,
like, was there any?
She's sleeping on the job. She's
down bad.
Terrible. But yeah, no, that situation was it had to happen. Like, well, nothing has to happen, but that situation happened the way it happened. You know what I'm saying? Where we just outgrew them. And I think they wanted to go in a different direction from us. You know what I'm saying? So when they did do that, we were fortunate enough to find another location. But the interesting part about that is they knew about us before we knew about them, ITS. So it was like, so when we came through into having conversations about working together, they was like, oh man, like we would love for you to come down or whatever. We've seen what you've done and what you've built. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was super dope. They've been super helpful in the transition over. And we making it work over there. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's what's up, man.
I'm excited about what we got. I mean, they got a great gym. They got a great space over there. You know what I'm saying?
He's got a few of them too.
Yeah, so we're having fun over there. Yeah.
You called it early, but I also mentioned his brother before. He gonna hear this too. Be like, yo, Rick be paying attention. He be tapped in.
Yeah. Well,
he was early on being tapped in.
Yeah.
The smallest change in the show. He was like, hey, by the way, y'all did this. You said wellness culture. I like where you're taking these people now.
Yeah, no, they were smooth.
He's tapped in, man.
They knew. I mean, they knew.
For sure. So we joining you today, celebrating you about to launch a brand new product, having come off of having a brand new, like, adding onto your schedule. So you're in a position that already, a lot of trainers don't get to, where you have multiple different product offerings. You have a community that you can move around, and you're seeing yourself, a celebrity trainer, a Nike trainer. You're doing a lot of stuff that people would want to aspire to, but they don't know where the story is. And we got some new listeners, bro. So you mind if we pull it back a little bit?
Yeah, go for it.
Give me a little bit of a wheel, Kyle. You want to set them up on how the origin story starts, maybe?
That I can, brother. Irv, tell us about where you were when you fell in love with this thing we call wellness.
Man. That's a great question, man. I feel like you asked me that the last time. And it's still a great question, right?
And how's it evolved, man?
Right,
Since
and how's it evolved? right? Because my answer might be different this time around. When I think about it, right? Like when you really analyze, when did you care, right? When did I fall in love with wellness? If I'm being honest, I think it was maybe over 10 years ago, well over 10 years ago. I did, on a very small scale, I guess small is relative, I hosted a fitness event, kind of like this, like it wasn't a festival. We wasn't calling anything festivals over 10 years ago, for real. But I hosted a fitness party. We put about 90 people into Seaview, the Paddigots. I don't know if you guys know the Paddigots over there.
Yeah, man, for sure.
But they have that football field, skating rink downstairs that they used to have. They got rid of that now. And we put about 90 people, and it was all for the fact that my uncle, my favorite uncle, has diabetes. So it was a diabetes awareness event in essence. You know what I'm saying? Like he practically like raised me, my uncle and my mom. So he was super, influential to me. And he was the first guy that I've seen, like, literally, like, lift weights all the time. In his basement, he had dumbbells. He was super brolic. Today, he's still in amazing shape, God bless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then he was, diagnosed with diabetes. And that's been a hell of a roller coaster over the last couple of years. But when it happened, I grabbed a couple of my friends, Dolo Fitness from Brooklyn, my friend Smooth, Devon Livingston. I don't know if you know Devon Livingston. He's like a trainer out of Queenside. And I did kind of what I'm doing now. Hey, guys, we're about to throw an event together, whoop-de-whoop. Obviously, it's under my name at this time. And we put about 90 people in there, and we put stations, and we did this whole big workout, and it was amazing. And half the proceeds went towards my uncle, right? And I think in that, I say I fell in love with fitness in that because that's where it's like the power of, it's like healing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get the aesthetic. I get looking good in your crop top. I mean, I get that. But I think that was the first time I really did something that was, what would be like esoteric in a sense, right? Where it was like bigger than me, right? It wasn't about me at all at that point. That was like huge. And I think that's where it's like fitness brought everybody together. And I seen that for like the first time when I put that event together, that I was like, I could even do this actually. I'd say that's probably when I fell in love with it.
That was 10 years ago, you say?
Over 10, yeah.
So talk to me about what wellness means to you present day.
Man. I feel like the term wellness is evolving, right? But to me, I'd say wellness now is, to simplify it, I'd say it's taking chances, if that makes sense. I think wellness is about taking, smart chances now, meaning exploring. Wellness today is about exploring. How we have like things like Pilates opening, right, to things like medicinal candies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people are exploring their options so much more under the umbrella of wellness, I think, now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So for me, I'd say wellness today means exploration at this point, right? Finding what fits you, what doesn't fit you. No, we've now reached the, like, one size doesn't fit all. It took us forever.
Yeah.
Remember in our last podcast, and then somebody debated me, and I was, whatever. But like, I'm like Gandhi. You understand what I'm saying? Like in our last podcast, I talked about.
called a lot of it
I
out.
called a lot of it because I like, if it's one thing that I love to do is study fitness and like culture. Like that's like I like study them, right?
Okay.
And in our last podcast when we did it, I talked about how African Americans, people of color, how we're getting there. Like if you remember, I was like, we're getting to that point where we're starting to care. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going up the bell curve a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we traditionally didn't really care. It was just more like, not like we didn't care, but it was more aesthetic build. It was more this, that, there. But now I've seen it happening. The curve and the shift in wellness was taking place. You know what I'm saying?
I could tell you about it in my own family, dog. Like
Yeah.
I had that same uncle that you talking about, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like working out.
Yeah,
I was about to say
All of us.
everybody had that uncle with them. First it started with them plastic weights in the basement until that joint broke on him. Then
Yeah.
he upgraded it to the next set.
To them iron joints. Man, got the
Right.
iron joints.
But it was always outcome specific. It was like, no, he's playing ball. No, this person is getting ready to be a firefighter. No, this person is doing the police department test. No, they're doing all of this activity was to advance themselves out of a situation that they did not want to be in.
Right.
Right? That was not thought of as, hey, this is going to be something that's restorative in my life, and this is going to be something that is going to be just a base necessity for everybody's life.
Yeah.
It took for everybody to have a brush with some type of existential threat to your health, like a COVID, to where now I can see the evolution in my family. Everybody has a thought about what wellness is. Before, it wasn't like, that's not a term that I even think about. It's like, oh, now when you say it, I have something that occupies my space. So the consensus around all communities is that people are starting to be more alert and aware of the things that they need to do decision-wise to help out with their health outcomes. Now, whether or not they do it, it's still going to take a little bit of, time and I would say variety,
right? And variety
to show why they need to get into there. So that is something that I'm seeing. The ubiquity of wellness is leading to people to say, you know what, I might need to try something different. Yo, I still feel just as bad. Maybe I should try something that is a zig before zagging. Why not? If you feel stressed, like the negative stress, disproportionately, why shouldn't you try disproportionate stuff to get you out of that situation? That's logic right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We've turned the corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think obviously COVID plays a part. You know what I'm saying? You had to figure yourself out. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of solo time where now you're going running, right? Running clubs probably blew up after COVID, if we're being honest. You know
I
what I'm saying?
think a lot of outdoor activities did, for sure.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? These things blew up after that thing. So if you think about it, if you take a moment where everybody's in their worst space possible, right, with all the things going on, and we actually found health and fitness at its peak during that, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to stay there for a sec. And Kyle, I know you wanted to get something. I'll get us right back to you, bro. But thinking about that, we're 5 years removed from the time where everything had to shut down. I could tell you where I was at. Yeah. All right, I had a gym. The gym closed.
Right.
Not going to open up until we say it's going to open up.
Yeah.
I had an app. It closed.
Yeah.
Can't go to all these different gyms when every gym is closed. So that also is not going to work out for you.
Yeah.
Okay, what else are you going to do? Right. And I know everybody in that health and wellness position had to figure out what else were you going to do. So to look back at it, to see that you are on the precipice of launching in a couple weeks a festival, you had to survive a lot of different where to go next moments during that. Take me through some of those, hey, this is a gut check moment, and I'm going to decide to take this boot camp over from this side to this side, or I must decide to double up on working with my one-on-one clients. Or what was your moves to get you through a time where everybody was uncertain to a time where you are now in a position where you're thriving?
Going back to COVID, when everything shut down, that same thing happened to me. I remember I did my last class I did a class on a Monday, and I think COVID happened maybe Tuesday or that Monday or something. It was over. Then the gyms all shut down, all that. How I got through that, through those times, was I doubled down again. I doubled down. I went and did online classes on Instagram.
Okay.
If you remember. I did free online classes on Instagram. I was like, you know what, let's just make it free. Let's just ask for donations. Because a lot of people are putting their classes behind paywalls, which I understand because we got to eat, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, let's trust this. I trusted the people. I trusted the community. I trusted my product. I genuinely trust that the Inner U is one of the dopest fitness classes on the planet. So I was like, I trust this. So we put it on Instagram, and we went 2 times a week, if I remember, Tuesday, Thursday, something like that. And it changed my life, you know what I'm saying? From brand deals in that moment to the clients that I ended up working with once COVID was over. Then we went Zoom down the stretch a couple years in, and then we had a paywall for a specific weight training class that you would do at home. So we just grew from that moment, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, after COVID was over and we got back into the gym, now your name is bigger, people know you differently, people are reaching out to you more, of course, you know what I'm saying? But the work always has to be good. So if the work is good, people always come knocking, in my opinion. And then one-on-one clients continue to go, boot camps continue to flourish. We almost didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're still training athletes inside there as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm asking you, knowing what you do, I'm asking you kind of trying to punctuate a lot of what you do, because there's a trainer out there that might be thinking yo, I could just do the one-on-ones and this is going to get the job done. Or I could just do my group class and it's going to get the job done.
Right.
But you are not just doing those things. Again, you're teaming up with other people that's in your peer group. You're going to be like, hey, let's all come together. Let's host something that's even bigger than where we all are individually. Yeah. And then you're also like, yo, I got these, these young basketball athletes. I'm going to get them in shape, training multiple of them at the same time, going over in this direction. where did you get the idea to go into all of those different, I would say, sectors of what health and wellness is? And what drives you to keep your activity as sustainable as it is?
I'd say the idea to go into all those different sectors, whether it's working sports side, NBPA, obviously got the Nike play, Inner U Bootcamp, one-on-one clients, things of that nature. I'd say that, man, I think that just comes from not being boxed in. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to box myself in.
When did you realize that, though?
That I didn't want to box myself in? I think I realized that when I worked at Bally Total Fitness, like 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
I asked because it takes the bullshit to get you to this breakthrough, bro.
Yeah,
So I want to hear about the bullshit that came with it.
I think it took that and realizing that you're more than this. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be more than this.
Okay.
And even on the simplest metric, I never understood why trainers weren't giving nutritional advice. You know how they'd be like, you can't give nutritional advice as a trainer and stuff like that. I'm like, well, you can actually study enough nutritional advice to be able to give quality recommendations. You know what I'm saying? Like diversify your ability, because there was a time where trainers can only train. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or should only train or whatever. And you go find you a nutritionist if you wanted to learn how to eat better, but you just lift weights with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I never subscribed to that. I was like, no, like learn nutrition and teach nutrition. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody's doing it without a certification of eater. So here we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So But I think even that's a microcosm moment or whatever for me 15 years ago as a trainer for Bally or whatever. But no, I think just being able to diversify, I don't know. I think a lot of shit is corny too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I think a lot of things is corny, and I think a lot of things are pretty like basic and pony shows and stuff like that. And I think my ability to like continue to like change things or do new things or add things. I don't want to say change things per se, like add things on to what we do is what makes us special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what makes our community really thrive. You know what I'm saying? So now we're practically a community program with the Inner U Bootcamp, right? We spent all year where we brought in vendors every Monday who to sell products or give products away, samples, only Black-owned companies that we would have them come in and set up a table during class every Monday and you know, let them do their thing. We open up the platform at the end of class pretty much every Monday for 5 to 10 minutes. Hey, anybody have any announcements? Oh yeah, I got I'm a therapist. I got this therapist Zoom meeting that we're doing for regulating whatever. Oh, sure. Everybody take your information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we use the whiteboard. Everybody writes their names and what they do. And if you do need this person, oh, she's right there. You actually was sweating with her right there. You know what I'm saying? We've turned into that. So while we, because everybody can work out, burpees are burpees, man. But how do you make this like bigger than that? You know what I'm saying? I've always thought about it like that. That's why I don't think the Inner U Bootcamp is any better than anybody else, especially not because of fitness. You know what I'm saying? I think what makes us special is all the things that we do that has nothing to do with fitness.
Yeah.
Right. So that's our claim to fame in that regard. Yeah.
I saw a post you had online, and it was really highlighting the space you provided that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So there were Black women talking about how safe you made them feel.
Man,
right.
that was a tearjerker.
For sure.
That was different.
I was looking at that and appreciative of that space, because I find myself being in places like that too, where I provide a space for people to be in that they feel vulnerable enough to share and things of that nature. But I'm also thinking about seeing your journey on the track, right? As a sprinter, and you having a coach from somebody that was in your community.
Yeah.
Right. So can you just lay out, I guess, a story of, one, what does it take to create a space to make people feel safe? But then two, how has it helped you in your life outside of, you know, getting into running and finding coaches that you also need coaching?
It's great questions. How do we get there where we make people feel safe, I guess, essentially? Or like, how do I do it, or why? Because I think, well, I know I mean, we know the fitness industry, right? And we understand that classes are predominantly women. You see what I'm saying? And so as I built this thing, I started predominantly having women in class. A couple guys coming in and out. And then I thought about, like, wow, like, this is a lot of women that, like, genuinely trust me. You see what I'm saying? So I had to make it where I gave them reason to trust me, right? I ask all of them. Every time it's Women's History Month, I do not coach the first class of Women's History Month. I got to bring a young lady in. She got to coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. I'd be remiss. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give y'all the space for that. Or she got to coach with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or we'll have only women vendors. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I found a way to consistently make it where it was about them and me being appreciative of them for even being here. You know what I'm saying? It's like a flip, right? Like, it's not like, hey, man, Irv, we appreciate you so much. Like, I guess you do, but I don't look for that. Like, I actually appreciate y'all for showing up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. I tell them that's literally something I say in class like every other week. So I think when you live that way, it's kind of like in service of your peers, right?
Yeah.
I think when you live that way, you create a safe space for them. And you create a space for them to interact. We can't start class until everybody says hi to each other. I know you haven't been to class in a little while, but it's all good.
Well,
but before that bell,
I was there.
This
brother was never
been there.
First of
You
all,
know what I'm saying?
not only did I take a class, I've taken a class, and I've also did a video.
You recorded the class.
I
You
did
ain't
both.
put the work in.
both of them.
You know,
Both of
That's
them.
neither
Well,
here nor
September
there.
13th. You know what
We
I mean?
gonna come back.
I got free tickets for you on September 13th. But yeah, even little things like that, we don't start class until you guys say hi to your neighbor and exchange names. You know what I'm saying? When you create stuff like that, you just create a community of predominantly women, but predominantly black women, where they just feel really safe here. You know what I'm saying? They know that Irv is gonna go gun blazing for them. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out like that. Yeah.
I mean, the other part of that was the track piece, right?
Yeah.
Can you just add some color and texture to, one, getting in the track, two, having a coach be somebody from your community? And you spoke about wellness being vast and you having optionality. Like, what made you get on that track field? Like, yo, this is something I want to do.
What made me start track? It's a long story, but simplifying the story a little bit, I wanted to find something. I live for, like, the challenge of like your body. You know what I'm saying? I live for the failure of your body. In theory, I have no business on the track at 240 trying to run 100 meter sprints. You know what I'm saying? Like, sir, like, that's not even a thing for real. But why not? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why not? Why can't it be a thing? All right, cool. Well, let's make it a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I found this young lady by the name of what we call Franny. Amazing young track coach. I've actually known Franny for over 10 years. I brought her in. Long story short is I had a job at, which nobody knows, so this is like an exclusive. I never talked about this. I was hired as a strength and conditioning coach at LIU.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
This was a thing. This was a thing in 2023. I was.
You was a shark or a blackbird?
He was a shark at that point. He couldn't be. We're blackbirds.
Oh, yeah, blackbird? Yeah, I was a shark.
Blackbirds.
It was me and Rod Strickland and
Highs and
all
lows,
that for the men's basketball team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I knew how to train athletes. I've always knew how to train athletes.
Right.
But part of the journey was like, man, how do I train them better? And also in training them better, every strength coach, if you ever meet any, they have like principles. And my principle is always going to be, I like organized chaos. I like speed, but I need it to be controlled speed, right? So for me to be able to teach controlled speed, I need somebody to teach me controlled speed.
Yeah.
Right? I was not scared to be a student. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I brought her in and said, hey, I got this job at LIU. Nobody knows about it yet. I need you to teach me how to be better at running so I can teach them how to be better at running. And then she said, got it. Then that went pop, long story short. That didn't last long or whatever. And then I took some time to myself, recalibrate. And then I was like, oh, well, let's do this for me now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do this for me. And I find solace into track. I just got back on the track 2 weeks ago. I took, since my last race, I took the entire, summer of track off. You know what I'm saying? I'm back now as of a week ago. You know what I'm saying? And I find a lot of solace on the track because it's so hard. It's so hard. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard.
Man, I got to tell you, the joy in my heart that I saw when you was coming out of those blocks.
Oh, man.
At, you said 240? 240 and Dustin,
Yeah,
like everybody
man.
else that was on the line, it just made me feel happy. I was like, yo, I look at Irv out here. He's living his life. I heard doom, 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 doom. Seen the chains moving. Doom, 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 doom. I was like, yo, he's killing
man.
shit.
It was a time. I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that was amazing even to win. You know what I'm saying? And when that heat in that moment and stuff like that, I was like, wow, this is cool. This is real cool. And like I said, it's really, really hard. So I think I love like the hard things. I love like how hard this is and how scientific it is. Trackers is like literally a science project. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man.
So yeah, it's amazing. I'm excited. December 4th is where we're gearing up to run again.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Man, I love the discipline that I can hear in how you approach things.
Yeah.
I love the openness and curiosity and the bravery to put yourself into new circumstances. Yeah. And I'm sitting here, you know, your publicist is losing the job, but
It's terrible, actually.
I would imagine that as a father, a lot of these lessons are things that you would want to imbue in your child, right?
Yeah, for sure.
How do you go about taking some of all this wellness and all of this wealth of information, because not wellness of the mind, wellness of the confidence of the body, and like setting these examples, being around, you know, creating safe spaces for Black women, like how does that translate to what you do as a dad, and like what kind of examples you lead?
Oh man, it's challenging. It's challenging because you're like, you know, a superhero. You're also human as well. You know what I'm saying? But you always want to steer them in the right direction. So, and this one over here thinks I'm like super famous. So there's no getting through to her. But no, I kid. She actually listens really well. Both her and my son listen really well.
Beautiful.
I think I use you know what I built on this because I take her with me, right? Like how she's here now, and I take my son with me. He comes to boot camps all the time and stuff like that, and they sit there and they just watch it, and they see how you're revered, and they see how people trust you, and I leverage that a lot. One thing me and this one talk about a lot is being trusted.
Okay.
I talk about being trusted. I'm like, you and the homies. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta make sure that they can trust you and you can trust them as a person. Like, this is, I mean, that's your ethics. You know what I'm saying? So she's around to watch people trust me. Like, wow, I remember she came in the gym one day and she seen you train with my dad? And then my client was like, yeah, I train with your dad. And she's like, that's cool. And I was like, yeah, they trust me. You know what I'm saying? So I think I use. And I try not to be like, don't eat this, don't eat that type of dad. You know what I'm saying? I do pay attention to those things. But I think I use the principles of being trusted, the principles of how people see you, the principles of caring for others in this way. We're service providers in this space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I use that as life lessons on how you're supposed to treat other people, and one hand washes the other, and how you make sure that you put yourself in a position where people see you in the right light, and then you treat them accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, it's easy to leverage the discipline of this thing as well, right? So, you know, especially like me and my son, he's extremely disciplined. He's like really, really disciplined and understands a lot of things and how we approach things, even on the fitness side. Like, he understands on the fitness side. We have a different fitness relationship where we got to go work out every day, or, you know what I'm saying? We got to go run the track, and man, he just has a different type of mindset. Man, it's amazing to see actually out of both of them.
What's your favorite trait of yourself that you would want to give to them if you could?
My favorite. Damn, sheesh. Where'd you go to school at, man?
LIU.
I know.
Blackbirds, baby.
Yeah, blackbirds. What's my favorite trait of self that I'd give to these guys? My favorite one of self, I think, the ability to be empathetic, understanding. I think that's a real trait that I have, especially in this industry. You know what I'm saying? When you're working in this industry, you kind of got to understand where people are coming from, where their backgrounds are from, right? Like what they're dealing with that you don't really know about. That even brought them to your table. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A lot of times when you get a new client or you work with somebody or somebody comes to class, they might be dealing with something back home that brought them here. You know what I'm saying? I think I do a really good job in understanding people, understanding what's pushing them, what drives them, why they're here. Even if they don't say it, I find ways to like understand it and see it. I think I would want to impart that into both my kids, where you learn how to be empathetic for others, and you learn how to understand other people's reasonings to doing the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad, really. But it helps you move better in life, where you understand why people are the way they are, or why they're, fishing for the things they're fishing for. So I would love them to be able to see that. Yeah.
Bro, I just did the math on the Inner U.
Yeah.
I ain't know this brother was working this deep just now.
I mean,
Now I
listen,
connected
bro.
the dot.
What you mean?
The Inner U.
Oh, you
It's
get
like,
it. Oh,
see,
you
he
get
connected the dot too. Same time.
You get it. You get
Right
it.
there.
Now I see it. The dot. Bam.
No, the name's amazing.
It
You know what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
The Inner You, yeah.
I
for
love
sure.
it, brother.
It's
I love it.
your
Seriously.
energy. Yeah.
Man, I'm thinking about just vicariously living through the story that you post, or the content that you post. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up a little dead ass. You know what I'm saying?
Dead ass comedy.
A little comedy, man. And
Homies, man.
Just speak a little bit about that space and what it's like to have a partner of yours build something and to be a part of something that's literally changing the landscape.
Shout out to Mouse Jones. That's my brother. Like,
Salute.
That's my heart. You know what I mean? And Chris Casanova. He's part of Deadass as well. Those are both my brothers. I've known them for so long. Mouse is like uncle to like all my kids. You know what I'm saying? Me and Mouse's mom talk on the phone and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
And I respect the work I see y'all do every time I see y'all.
And then you catch us in Lifetime bullshitting, but working. You know
The
what I'm
work
saying?
is still there, man.
Yeah, working is still there. It's Magic City on Mondays. That's
exactly it.
The Monday mornings.
Hey, yo.
Monday mornings is Magic City at Lifetime. You know what I mean?
Lemon pepper wings.
Yeah,
It's a lot happening
they might
in that
as well have
space.
some over
It's
there.
a lot of stuff
You
happening
walk
in there.
there at the right time on Monday mornings. We call it Magic City first shift. You know what I'm saying? But that's a joke that we have when we walk in.
It's a
We be
time,
like,
man.
yeah,
What a
'cause-
time.
Yeah, 'cause
It's a lifetime. If
we'll
you
get in there and be like, it's Magic City today. And then, so you gotta turn up a little bit. It's like, it's Magic City. I mean, it is Magic City today.
Stole it.
Yeah. 100. 200. But no, with Deadass, no, I remember when he bought it to me, man. When he bought it and said, hey, man, I want to do this thing and I want to change. I was an early adapter. I was an early sponsor into Deadass and help pour some type of funds into making things happen really, really early. And I was taking off. And now they got a show in Miami next week, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
Yeah, man. But he's done, and what Cass has done, but Mouse in particular, is taking that Def Jam idea, revamping it, flipping it, bringing black culture, something that we didn't really have. You know what I'm saying? You would probably have to go to like the Cellar or these other places deep in the city and stuff like that. But in world's famous SOBs, right? You don't get blacker than that at this point. And then you find a way to commish a bunch of the best, comedians around the country, really, at this point. Or but first it was just like New York, but now dudes is coming out of here from everywhere to come do Mouse's show, right? And it's a beautiful night. You get dressed up, you look fly. The drinks are flowing if you're into that. You got some good food, and it's just a really good night. What he's built is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I think there's no real space of it as of right now until him. You know what I'm saying? And you guys know Mouse from Trap Karaoke and stuff like that, which is like humongous, and what he's turned that into is beyond belief, really. You know what I'm saying? So for him to move into his own venture with Deadass, I'm just proud, man. Our group chat gets clicking all the time. Man, it's a very harsh group chat we have. You know what I'm saying? It's really harsh. It's me, Kaz, and Mouse, and we say things that are very harsh to each other about work. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. I hate that thing you posted. That's trash. We're very that. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you're sharpening the steel in there.
Sharpening. We'll be
Yeah.
working out, and Mouse we'll be at Lifetime, and Mouse he knows not to say that he's gonna do it. He just has to do it, because if he says he's gonna do it, I'm automatically gonna think it's trash. Before he used to be like, all right, here my new bit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he would be like, let me tell you my running joke that I'm working on or whatever. I hate that, because once you say, yo, hear my new bit, my brain is like, now I'm being critical or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll be working out, and then he'll be like, da-da-da, he'll just say the bit. And then I'll like snicker and be like, that was good.
I
Like,
see
that's
where
my
it's
new
at.
bit.
He's
That's
like,
my new
aha.
bit. And I was like, oh, you got me. You got me. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do that. Or if I don't snicker, genuinely, he'll be like, okay.
Gotta
so
go back
things-
to the
things
board,
don't
you know
really
what I'm
that
saying?
that much. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing to watch him do this thing, man. I'm proud of him.
Man, I like to hear that y'all have a synergy that pushes each other to go forward. That's important, again, especially in these ventures in life and at this age in life, bro.
Yeah, man. Mouse is my biggest critic, man. It's actually very hard to talk to Mouse, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because he actually likes nothing, you know what I'm saying? So he likes nothing that I do, you know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. Like, he doesn't like it on purpose. It's like, he'll give me his DJI and be like, here, now I mean, you can have my whole DJI set, but he'll hate everything, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we're such a yin-yang on purpose. It's like he just pushes me to be better every time by telling me how much he hates everything. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that because I can read between the lines. I'm like, no, you actually like that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's my dog for life.
Definitely the sibling level energy with that,
for sure.
that comes across.
For sure.
Love that for y'all, man. And in that, Irv, just to see how you've layered in all the different dynamics of community, of family, of wellness, and where you're going with all these different pieces. We understand that the festival is coming up, but is there anything personally that's coming up that you're looking forward to doing that's like an accomplishment that you're proud of?
Yeah, we're looking to open up the gym in about a year. You know what I'm saying? That's so this festival is the opening campaign to opening up a gym.
Okay,
all the
talk
proceeds
more.
go towards opening up this gym. I don't make a single dollar for this. I pay everybody out. Everything else goes into the bank that we're putting towards this gym and our capital. And I think the Inner U Bootcamp deserves it. I think they need it. I think we've earned it. You know what I'm saying? I think I've been in this game for a very long time. You always look for the next step, and I think the next step is that ownership and into that gym. And we want to create the house and make it amazing, and bring in our athletes and bring in the boot camps and bring in one-on-one training. And I have this house, this community house where there's vendor shops and a wellness section where you come in and get IV drips and B12 and you know what I'm saying, and we bring in a new vendor every week to whether they're gonna put their stuff in the fridge or they're gonna come to the class. This is gonna be a community spot. You know what I'm saying? It's just called a gym. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
No, what we're creating, and that's something a little different. You know what I'm saying? We're creating a community spot, we're creating a hub where you just happen to work out if you would like to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited for that. So we're going on a whole campaign, man. Stay tuned, whether it's Kickstarter or things of that nature, but hosting our gala and our karaoke night and all the things that we do with our community to help raise awareness for what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So we're super excited about that. And the festival, man, just touch on it a little bit more. Yeah, this has been a dream for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I've done little festival-like events before. You were at one a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we was both there.
Yeah, you guys were both there, but this one is like double that. You know what I'm saying? In regards to, and that was a good time, really.
For sure.
Yeah, this one we got some of the best DJs in New York City. We got Millhouse out of Queens. We got Sounds of Reality, DJ Remarkable. We got some of the best trainers out of New York City. Ja from Harlem Kettlebell.
For sure.
Everybody knows Ja. Janelle Mason, Tara.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so the way it works is it's what's that thing called? Soulection?
Yeah.
So the idea kind of comes from like Soulection, and taking Soulection and turning it into fitness. So every DJ is going to do a 30-minute set and just go crazy and engage the crowd and be on the mic, and you're going to party for 30 minutes. Then that same DJ is going to come and bring out the next trainer.
Yeah.
And they're going to DJ that trainer's set. Then we switch the DJ, and then he engages the crowd for another 30 minutes. He's on the mic. He makes you guys feel good, makes you dance. Then he brings out a trainer, and then he DJs that trainer's set. So every trainer's paired with a DJ. 4 trainers, 4 DJs, one stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be an amazing moment for fitness and stuff like that. Because, it's one thing, a lot of times events have, like, the DJ stuff after.
Right.
Like, we're going to run, and then we'll party. You know
This is a culmination,
right, which is great or whatever. We've been there too, but it's like, what if we party and work out?
Yeah, program
party
it
again, then work out again, then party and work. You know what I'm saying? What if we program it that way?
Yeah,
and we blow this thing up, which is the goal. And now that 30-minute time slot is an artist now. So now Future's doing the 30-minute time slot, and then we're gonna work out after that. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
Uzi's doing the 30-minute time slot, then we're gonna work out after that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's Roots Picnic on steroids with fitness mats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no, that's the idea, man. And it started when, not to be long-winded, I was watching, I think on my phone too, when Future did Made in America, and what year was that? When did the DS2 drop, man? 13, 14.
Somewhere around there.
He did Made in America
Sprite.
the following.
Yeah.
He did Made in America the following summer
Yeah.
and smoked it. It was like, and for a lot of people, this is actually the first time seeing Future perform. Like if you weren't from the South, Atlanta,
Yeah,
or
you wasn't
something
in
like
Atlanta, you wasn't
weren't
seeing that. Yeah.
like we didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? But he went on that stage, the Made in America stage, and went bananas. And DS2 was like a cult classic. You know what I'm saying? That I sat there watching, probably on my laptop or something, or on my phone, because the title was showing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fitness needs one of these. This is 2014, 2015. I was like, we need one of these. Why we don't got one of these? Why we don't got something where like an artist and like I could see myself being on stage like doing burpees or something, and Future's spitting. I mean, Two Sisters. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I could see that. I was like, I could see, why we don't have one of those? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And slowly but surely, I mean, we're trying to create that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
So this is our first inception of, you know what I'm saying, where it's like a DJ battle in this one, but we grow this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
And I look at the landscape and seeing the artists like Lil Jon getting celebrated for their health and wellness.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm seeing Diplo starting his run clubs that end in a festival.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a little while too.
Even up, I mean,
Yeah,
there's a few different people definitely in the music camp that are now gonna doing a 5K somewhere.
Gunna's my favorite.
And Prospect Park at that.
That's what I'm saying.
Gunna's my
like,
favorite transformation story.
It's
That's
so many
fire.
of them.
Gunna's so fire for that. Like
Yeah.
he just locked in. It's the man of very little words, right? He just locked in.
You
like,
should see him show up somewhere. He's
he
got
just
bars and he's
locked
doing
in.
this
Now
bridges
he got
apparently.
abs that looks amazing. Like he just locked in. I was like, that's fire. So,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
When
yeah.
you see artists taking this on and you have this thought, what does that make you feel like?
Makes me feel amazing about it. I did Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival in maybe 2000. What's the year Jay Electronica did?
I was definitely there.
I was there by myself because none of my friends wanted to go.
I was
But
there
I'm a
with
big-
you.
I'm a big Jay Electronica.
I missed that one.
I'm a
That's
big
crazy.
Jay Electronica fan, and,
Yeah.
and lyrically he's got to be in the top 20 somewhere. But I was at that. So whatever year that was,
When
I did
Jay-Z came out?
Yeah, when Jay-Z
Yeah,
came out,
I was right
so
there.
happy my
Helicopter
friends
and
didn't
all
come
that.
because I was like, Jay came out, did 3 records
Bro.
or better. And we were right there. You could almost touch them. It was
Calmly, there was
insane.
nobody in that
it
park.
It was insane, bro.
R.I.P.
Insane.
to Brooklyn
In
Hip
the
Hop
same
Fest,
day.
man.
facts.
It's crazy.
I say that to say I did Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival that year. Like they had a panel, and we talked about wellness and fitness and stuff like that.
Okay.
It was a small one held by Robin out of Brooklyn and stuff. And the reason this is so dear to my heart, or at least I look at it and I go, wow, like look at this, right?
Yeah.
Is when I created Inner U Bootcamp. I created it off the musicality, right? The principle of music and fitness. And the reason I did that was because I always said to the people around me and myself was, if hip-hop music is the leading genre across black folks, and in the health and fitness world, we are leading in all the statistical categories that are relatively negative. Cardiovascular disease, blood tension, you know what I'm saying? Diabetes. So black folks are at the forefront of a lot of health issues. Music is at the forefront of culture. Music promotes a lot of negative health issues. This was my thought literally years ago, I promise you, right? So I said, all right, so if music makes up for a lot of the negative, heavy drinking, pop, lean stuff, and obviously we have music that's inspiring, but a lot of our, big records or
You just talked about how
mainstream records, right? It was
how big
Sprite
Dirty
was-
Sprite 2 was.
Yeah,
It was like Dirty Sprite.
We was in with Dirty Sprite.
Dirty Sprite was fucking you up 2 ways.
Right.
Like that diabetes was coming with that Sprite.
We was in that era. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I seen that and said, all right, what if we take this thing that has a negative connotation, i.e. music, and we put it in such a positive space, i.e. fitness, which is what spawned the Inner U becoming such a musical show. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's why we go on tour every Monday, right, in New York City, right? This Monday is the whole Atlanta playlist, right, which is nothing but lemon pepper wings, technically Magic City.
Magic City Monday is back,
and,
baby.
And every pill perk popping kid, right? And right? But we're taking all the Atlanta records this Monday and we're gonna work out to them. You know what I'm saying? Like we swapped the association in theory, right? And this is honestly, I'm not being hyperbolic. This was my thought when I created the Inner U Bootcamp. It was like, which is why you always see me do all this musicality around this thing. You know what I'm saying? We 90s night, 80s night, tourist stop. You know what I'm saying? Past the aux night where you bring your record and we play what you want to play. I've always seen as that hip hop was such a leading thing in our culture. It is the number one genre on the planet. You know what I'm saying? That if you take hip hop, which has a negative connotation, and put it into such a positive thing, essentially, you know what I'm saying? You kind of change it a little bit. So when we talk about Gunner working out, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, Lil Jon's body at the very least looks like he's 26. Like, oh my, like it reinforced this thing. It reinforced this thing that I felt like I was fighting for. You know what I'm saying? Where our leaders in hip hop, the Gunners, the Jim Jones, you know what I'm saying? Dave East when he goes to the gym with Jim Jones, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It reinforces the idea of negative music, or it of positivity, of health and fitness having a place in hip hop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point you wouldn't see that. You wouldn't think that. All we did was lose lives, right? From the DMX to the Heavy D's to this and third. That's what we had. You know what I'm saying? But now we're watching like flourishing lives. Yeah. And it's like all under the guise of hip hop. Man, it's like, holy shit, this is like what the Inner U talked about. Gucci Mane is an amazing one. He's right above Gunner, really. If
he locked down and locked in too, man.
Yeah,
he's the pioneer, man.
Right. So yeah, it all encompassed like literally my I don't know, manifesto. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, I love that excitement, bro. I'm here for
it's trippy, man. When you see it, when I watch it, I'm super excited when I watch it because I know I sat in my room like, yo, like, what if we did this and we flipped it to that and we seen it like this, and now we got a festival September 13th which celebrates music and fitness. You know what I'm saying? It's like no, we've been here. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm excited of just being which goes to what y'all said earlier. Like, how do you grow and pivot or want to see different things and different hats and stuff? It's just being a kid of culture. You know what I'm saying? And seeing it's bigger than this. The burpee is the last thing on the list. It doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. We could do that anywhere. You know, where can you get culture? Where you can get real family? Where you get community? Where you can meet black businesses? Where you could like meet your new best friend? Where you know what I'm saying? Like, no
those are the
fluff.
most important parts.
This is just literally what we do. Because the fluff now is man, come here and meet your new best friend at Orange Theory. No disrespect to Orange Theory. You know
wear a purple top.
But, right. Come now. Right. It's so orchestrated.
All the singles wear black.
All the singles wear black. If you want to network, wear green. You know what I'm saying? It's so orchestrated now. And I mean, no shots, but that's just how it is. Y'all are making this the thing or whatever. Y'all are building culture or making a culture. You know what I'm saying? Some people just are culture. Like, some people are just that. You know what I'm saying? Some people just know how to do that well without trying to. It's like in their heart. You know what I'm saying?
I go back to the whole pandemic, Irv. I gotta tell you, we broke a lot of people out there, man. Common sense is no longer common.
Yeah.
And in that space and time, awkwardness is at an all-time high. So people do need social cues more than they've ever need before. Yeah. Sometimes you need to articulate it a little bit more specific. You got to make sure you enunciate to the people in the class sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the isolation that we have celebrated in our individual or our society, as I would say, strictly speaking to the U.S., everybody is hypersensitive about the individual.
Right.
When you put people who only think about the individual in community spaces and they're not used to that, they really don't know how to act, bro. We've broken a lot of people who don't understand what it's like to go and see a game happening on the court and be like, yo, I got next. They just can't do it.
They can't do it.
It's like, this is not happening. I don't even understand. Yo, we playing free set. You on my team. I don't know what's your name, man. This is my name. It's not even going to connect. This is a paralyzing event. Yeah. This is like, wait, hold on. You want me to go talk to that person?
Yeah.
I could send them a message.
Yeah.
You know, I could, like, what's the most non-contact way that I could have the same thing? So there is a correction needed to the course that we're on. Right. And I do think it is in instituting things like, hey, it's okay for you to introduce yourself to the person that you're going to be standing next to in class. For sure. Just be normal. It's like, this is okay. Hey,
just be normal.
This is fine. You're in a safe space. You're in here.
Wear purple though.
That's
No
in there,
shots,
bro.
man. I mean,
It's in there.
I love everything y'all doing, man. Everybody, man. Everybody.
That's
man.
how I be feeling, man. Yo, if anybody's getting people to move better anyway,
Oh, for
we're
sure.
taking care of the biggest problem. The biggest existential problem, we keep losing too many of these people too soon to things that are largely preventable. So I'm going to cheer you on. Now, whether or not I think that the attempt made sense or whether or not I'm going to be lockstep with how militant your cause is,
Right.
that's going to be determined on an individual basis. If you're getting people to move, though,
If you're getting people to
I'm
move,
moving with you off the strength.
hey,
If you get people to move, you got a space to be heard, bro.
pace it out.
I heard you say something about burpees before, bro. Now I want to get into some rapid fire real quick,
Okay,
right?
go for it.
Because again, man, you've been making people move all throughout the city, different categories, different levels of athletes. I need to know, right? You had an opinion on burpees. I need to know burpees or pull-ups. Which is the lesser of two evils, Irv?
The lesser of the two evils?
Mm-hmm.
Burpees is the lesser of the two
Okay,
evils.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you had 10 minutes to train a stranger, what's the one move you would make them do and why?
Deadlifts.
Okay, why?
Encompasses just literally everything.
Okay.
To get it done. And it'll take me about 9 minutes to teach them how to actually do it. So,
What's the most trash exercise people still obsess over when they come in and they need you to do this, but it ain't something that's worth them doing?
oh man, that's a really good one because everything has an interesting space. But the most overrated / trash exercise that we don't really need to do, I think. But I have a lot of female clients, so I think with that it would be anything that's like cable related kickback type of.
The mule kick.
Yeah,
little mule
I
kick?
can't stand.
We take
those,
up
man.
18 feet of space
Yeah, I can't stand
to move
those,
two
man. Like,
2.5 pounds.
There's so many better ways to hit those muscle groups. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand those.
All right, we getting that cable kick back the fuck up out of
Yeah,
here,
no.
man. We ain't doing this. All right, bro.
yeah.
I got a couple more for you. All right. If your playlist dies mid-workout and you had to keep the song and the party going, what song is Irv performing to with the most passion and why?
No music.
So you just coming in.
No music. right. No music. But no, I would I'd probably go Kodak, no flocking.
Okay.
I give you that word for word. You know what I'm saying? For the
Aight,
most
man.
part, on the right night, I keep the party going with that record.
I'm with you, man. All right, last one. What's your favorite personal PR? Your favorite personal best that you've done in all the different types of activities that you've gotten into?
Like any lift?
It could be a lift. It could be a run. It could be you doing somersaults for the first time. Like I like seeing
yeah,
Irv
for
doing
sure.
all the different activities, yo.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite personal best?
Can I go back really far?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Go for it.
Really far, I ran a 4.940.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was trying out for arena football this many years ago, I weighed like 275. This is like the lightest I've been. in this
275,
arena.
4.9, 40.
Yeah. I've always had a thing with speed. I was not even that I was always fast. I just always had a fascination with speed. When I grew up, I was on the D line, but I wore my shirt in a crop top like Miami University because
Yeah.
they were just fast and blazing and cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I actually got in trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? So I've always had a thing like if bigger guys should train with wide receivers and running backs. I've always felt like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like run with them. They'll make you faster. So I think I've always just been a kid who enjoyed speed. So that would be my personal best.
What was that time one more time?
4.9 on the
4.9, 270 something?
and I weighed over 270.
Yeah, that's a scary sight, man. I
was
don't know.
trying out
I don't know. On the D line, I don't want to be the
Yeah,
quarterback
yeah.
looking that down. Just
Tell them what position you played in football, man.
So first of all, I was a center. You're a hater. 'Cause center was a solid position.
Center was a solid
Nigga
position.
was
You
a long
need the
snapper,
center.
man.
If you can't, first of all,
Long snapper
how
is
many
crazy.
people was running?
Long snapper is crazy.
It's
It's
disrespectful.
not so
It's disrespectful.
far. Like, you're not like so off. It's just
You're
crazy
disrespectful.
To say. It's just,
I'm just saying,
it's
bro.
just crazy to say.
Yo,
It's
You
not-
know?
Man, how many people ran the shotgun after they did that shit with the Rams? We was coming up in the same age,
I'm
bro.
with you, bro.
Kurt Warner and the
Little
Rams.
Wildcat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Wildcat
the
offense.
Wildcat.
We did that because nobody else could understand how to snap the ball.
Yeah, I did it well. I trust. You know what I'm saying?
You a hater.
trust.
My bad, man. I just had to bring it up.
No. Now where you taking us now? Since you had to interject that, Mister.
Man, listen. As the sun sets and the night falls,
As
brother
the sun
Irv.
sets and the night falls.
Man, tell us a little bit about. Actually, don't tell us. We have a audience that has been growing. Actually,
Yeah.
we've been getting a lot of new views, new eyes, if you will. And these folks need advice, brother. Like they are lost. And off the strength, what advice could you give folks to put their best foot forward, whether that be workout wise, whether that be parenting, whether that be life? What could you tell the folks that have helped them on their journey?
Oh man, I think it's universal advice. I actually said something like this on my Instagram recently. Embrace not being good. I think we don't embrace that enough. You know what I'm saying? I think we run away from not being good, right? For all the wrong reasons. I'm not good enough at this thing, so now I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good enough at this thing now. I'm self-loathing or self-detriment or, self-destructing or self-sabotaging. You know what I'm saying? When you realize that you're not that good at a thing, you know what I'm saying? You give up or whatever the case may be. I think we need a better relationship with failure as black folks. You know what I'm saying? Period. I only talk to black folks really. But anybody who's listening, sorry guys. But
you could apply here too.
Right. Yeah, you can apply here too. But I think we need a better relationship with not being good yet. Parentheses yet, close parentheses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like we want to do things till it's perfect, and I'm a victim to this too. So I'm not saying anything that doesn't apply to me. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to put out that project because it's not perfect. I mean, we don't want to jump on that idea because it doesn't seem right yet. You know what I'm saying? We scared to fail publicly. You know what I'm saying? We're scared to fail with ourselves. Like I think we need a better relationship with fear, and that's why track is so dope for me because I fail a lot. Like I fail 95% of the time I'm out there. I'm not that good. I'm just figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Like it took me forever to figure out the A, B, and the C skip.
The A skip is
hard.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But it's dope to like suck and then like that's cool. You know
Now
what I'm
I got
saying?
this new skill. Now it's there.
That's cool to me.
It's a rhythm
Right?
thing, though. You gotta go
I think
down and
I
up.
relish that. I live for that.
Yeah.
Like man, I'm not good, or you're not good at XYZ.
Yeah.
But after time, you're like, wow, remember when I wasn't good at this? Like that. I think we need to do better in our relationship with failure. You know what I'm saying? Across the board, and it can apply to anything. It can apply to work, apply to self, apply to sports, apply to lifting weights. You know what I'm saying? Literally, it's just a personal thing where if you establish that relationship and say, oh, hey, it's okay. Like I'm not that good. Parentheses yet close parentheses. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you still have to have optimistic view that you'll be better. But if you live in that moment and don't run away from it, like it's super helpful. You know what I'm saying? It's super helpful. Yeah, I think I would say that.
Brother Irv, you gave us everything from doubling down to the insight and the reflection on the purpose and intention to the house. The house of Zeus that he's building. It's going to be the Inner U, the house that he's got going on. I can't wait to see that first brick get laid over there, my brother. I'm looking forward to it.
It's called Just the House.
Getting right to the house.
That's clean.
Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah. I can't wait to see what's happening with the festival. Now, there's going to be some people that want to come along with us for this ride, my brother. Where do they need to tune in? Where do they need to follow up, and what do they need to do to get in touch with you, bro?
Man, especially if you want to come down to the festival, or if you want to train, whatever you want. I'm one-stop shop. But as far as this festival, we will be at the Brooklyn Navy Yard once again, September 13th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you're interested in joining this event, by the time you guys hear this, I don't know, early birds might be sold out. Might not be. We'll see. They're at $40 on the early bird. Feel free to grab your ticket. Grab it on the Posh website, Posh link. Just type in the Inner U Bootcamp. We show up. Or you can go to my Instagram at Zeus of QLF, and our tickets are right there. Or you go to Instagram of all the trainers that are on this, Janelle or Tara, the link is on their page too. But to keep it all in one cohesive space, you go to the House of Zeus .com. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I believe we have our ticket up there as well, the Posh link where you can do it. And no, we're excited, man. So you guys touch down if you're interested in personal training. We have a consultation section on the website where you could tell me what you need, and I'll tell you how I can help you. And if you're interested in group classes, right now is the best time to do it. You know what I'm saying? So we have classes every Monday, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Wednesday is a strength and conditioning class only, which I wish we talked about a little more, but it's okay.
Go into it.
Well, with that, the strength and conditioning class on Wednesday is it's now become like the fun class of all we've done.
People don't lift, bro.
Right. People don't lift. They don't lift.
They don't
enough.
have that exposure.
And right. And I built this class literally off of training athletes. I train them like athletes. So we come in there and we just lift. Ain't a burpee in sight for real. We're just lifting. We do dynamic lifts. They're learning how to do Olympic lifts right now, starting from the bottom all the way through. We just got to front squats. You see what I'm saying? We just got to holding the front squat. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're learning these things. They're tracking numbers. Hey, we got 4 sets of 5. We got 4 sets of 8s. We don't go over 10s on anything. We're just lifting, right? And they're taking to it. It's amazing to watch them do this thing. This class is predominantly women, right? It's amazing. We had one of my homegirls, she was in class dumbbell bench pressing 40, 45 each side. And the room was like, holy shit. But I knew she could, and I spotted her all the way through. It's just like psychologically, it's just amazing to watch these women do that. And I think that goes back to what's wellness mean. You know what I'm saying? It's one size doesn't fit all now. It's just discovery of what I can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Discovery of new things. I'm not chasing beauty standards per se. I'm not chasing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, great. I want to look better or more this, more that, or less that, or less this. But it's just discovery of like the fun of your body. You know what I'm saying? And watching them coming in, bench press 40 to 50 pound dumbbells and squat 200 pounds of deadlift while cued the right way, 300 pounds on the deadlift. It's mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? So our Wednesday class is a beautiful thing, man. 7:30 every Wednesday. And our Monday class is amazing. That's the sellouts. You know what I'm saying? Monday classes are our sold out classes.
Get that conditioning going on that one.
You want the perfect mix. We're giving the perfect mix.
You got it.
So the Inner U Bootcamp, man, I love y'all guys.
Yo, make sure you check them both out. You got to pull up for both classes so you get everything situated, man. I love how you're making people stronger, you're making people feel more confident, Irv, and you're bringing people together at the same time, my brother.
Yeah.
From my heart to yours, I always got to say I'm proud of that, man. I champion you throughout this whole navigation, and if there's anything I can ever do, I mean it earnestly. I'm here for you, my bro.
You've been prolific in your words.
Much love, man. Much love. From my heart to yours, brother. Once again, it's been another fantastic episode of Off the Strength. I'm a trainer called Tony.
KR Jones.
Peace and much love to everybody out there. Until next time, we'll see you soon.
Peace.
What's good, everybody? I'm a trainer called Tony, and I am here from the infamous Off the Strength podcast, asking you today, listeners, viewers, wherever you may be, to please like, listen, and subscribe to our podcast. This is how we're going to continue to be able to deliver you the best goddamn wellness information out here. So if you want to keep hearing this and you want us to keep growing, you are a part of this show just as much as anything else. So please go to offthestrength.com. Make sure you check out our blogs. Make sure you check us out on IG. And if you're hearing this voice and you didn't hit that subscribe button, know that Kyle is going to come looking for you.
You got that right.